Right. Boom, boom, boom. BB had to do it to him. Cock back, if a nigga front, I'ma pop that. Got straps, you don't want smoke, you better stop that. Real nigga, there's certain shit that'll do not jack. Plus I got some killers on my side and they do not rap. Fake nigga, there's certain questions we do not ask. Perk make the body feel good like a hot bath. You niggas hot ass, your music stay for real. Blizz get it, next on that like a Navy deal. Big guns, we got big guns like a Navy SEAL. It was all a dream like Biggie till I made it real. You niggas changed for real.
What up? What up? It's your boy DJ Douya, aka
boy Biz.
Biz in the building, and Trendy
Trendy.
Debates. What's up?
You already know. What are we getting into today?
All right, so we got a lot to talk about. Been a lot going on in the world of sports and sports television. But first, I wanted to, we always give a shout out to the local kids doing their thing. So we got, I'm having some problems with the graphics and stuff. So I'm not going to freeze the show for it. But shout out to the Kingston Varsity Boys. They won against Pine Bush, which is a league game. Tuesday, was it? No, Monday. 61-46. Marcus Shine Steele, 19 points. Matt Sheth, 15. Saeed Lewis, 14. And John Peanut Pierre Lewis, 9 points. I'm gonna go out and say it, man. I like Shine Steele this year for the Freeman Player of the Year. He's definitely gonna get the Trendy Debate Player of the Year, but I mean, we're a little biased.
He's getting that, but I mean, I don't see nobody that's really standing out as much as he is. We gotta look up these stats, but I don't see nobody that's a game changer like him. They get a bucket when he wants to.
They played some team the other day, and the kid had 50, but he's not in the league, I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah, so that, and then of course I got to shout out my boy, Corey Haywood Jr. They took a loss to he had 16 points for the JV squad. They took a loss to Pine Bush 46-39. Too many missed free throws and turnovers. So, but they look to avenge a loss earlier this season. Both squads to Newburgh on tonight actually. So I'll be in the building for that.
Yes, I'll be there for that for sure.
Field House. JV starts at 5, and I think varsity's supposed to start at 6:30. So
6:30. Yeah, I'll definitely be there for that.
So yeah, man. First, I wanted to talk about the college football playoffs. So you got Notre Dame. First, before I break down who. Let me say you got Notre Dame going up against Penn State, and then you got Ohio State against Texas. So this is the first year that they went to the 12-team format, and I wanted to get your opinion on how you feel about the first year for the 12 team.
Absolutely loved it.
Okay.
Absolutely loved it. There's not going to be no more talk of, we was number 5 and we was undefeated, so we should have been in it. There's 12 teams now. And some teams get their buys that they earn. You got to win your division, just like NFL.
Right.
Win your division, you get your bye week. You hear me?
Yep.
What we realized is bye weeks weren't really good for some of these teams. Not for nothing. Oregon was the only team that was in the top 4, and they lost 2.
They got spanked.
1, 2, 3, and 4 all lost. We don't have none of the teams that was in the top 4 in the championship game. I think Texas, right? Texas is number 4.
I think Texas is. Let me see.
I believe Texas is number 4. And if Texas is number 4, they're one of the only teams that make it into the final, close to the finals right now. You hear me?
What was Ohio State? But Ohio State was like,
I think Ohio State was like number 6. They were in top 4.
Okay.
They weren't in the top 4.
Yeah, because I mean they were there all year until they lost to Michigan.
They was there until they lost to Michigan. Once they lost to Michigan, that kind of screwed them over. But now look at them having the last.
Yeah, okay, you're right. So it was Oregon. Oh, Notre Dame was in there,
Okay.
The top 4 was Oregon, Georgia, Notre Dame, and Texas. Penn State's 5, Ohio State 6. So, I mean, we still got
Boise State. Nah, that Boise State I thought was number 4 or something like that.
Boise State was like 8. I'm just going by the AP poll. I'm not going by the college football. I'm just going by what the AP says.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm going on a limb here and just go ahead and just say Ohio State's probably gonna end up winning it all.
Yo, people keep saying that, and that's not a good sign. That's an upset alert.
I don't think it's an upset alert. I think it's just how it's gonna fall. Ohio State has the better resume. Yeah, they lost to Michigan, but that's like a rivalry game. That's like a Jets versus Patriots or fucking
go either way,
Cincinnati versus Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? It can go either way. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? It's just whoever shows up better that day. You know what I mean? But what we do is we look at it because Harbaugh's not there, that Ohio State should automatically win. Like, the other coach is not a great coach. Like, he doesn't have good staff still, and they don't game plan correct. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you think that's the best rivalry in sports? Is that the best rivalry?
It is right now, yeah.
Okay. Because Duke in North Carolina is not what it once was.
It's not.
I feel like Army Navy's always gonna be the number.
Army Navy's always gonna be. What's crazy is Army Navy's the most consistent rivalry we have in history.
Right. When you go to West Point, it's like that's all they say. Like it's like beat Navy.
Yeah, and it's not number 1. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like. We still look at, like I said, anything that comes on is exciting. But we gotta understand that Ohio State, Washington, and Michigan, they're big programs. So of course they're gonna be the ones we say, yeah, they got the rivalries and all that because they're big programs. If Army and Navy started going undefeated and dominating and shit like that, or for the next 6 years or 5 years, then we're gonna have to talk about them as they start beating Alabamas and Texases and all that. We're gonna start one team that's
crazy. If people just started going there and they started like killing like back in the 50s or something like that, that would be crazy.
I forgot what team it was that was scaring everybody this year. Oh man, they beat Alabama.
Wasn't it Navy?
No, it wasn't Navy. It was
one of them. It was one of them type of schools.
It was a weird school because every team they played that was supposed to be big blowouts, these teams are barely like beating them. I'm trying to. Oh my goodness, I can't think of the team's name, man. But bro, there's a couple of teams that they got the talent. They just, teams are starting not to be scared no more. Now that these Nick Sabans are leaving and the Harbaughs are leaving, and they're starting not to be scared no more. Like other coaches have to make names for themselves now. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, so, that's true.
I don't know. I think Ohio State. This is Ohio State's.
Are you talking about Vanderbilt? Are you talking about Vanderbilt?
Vanderbilt.
Yeah,
Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt beat Alabama, and it was giving all Texas and all these boys trouble.
Yo, they was good this year. And it's crazy because Nick Saban was on College Game Day. I wish I had the clip. And he's like, yo, there's only one school that's a gimme in the SEC, and that's going to Vanderbilt. And then they ended up beating Alabama that same day. That was crazy.
You hear me? Vanderbilt gave a lot of people troubles this year. I don't know if it was the coaching, the players. It could have been a mixture of everything. They all wanted it.
Yeah.
But Vanderbilt wasn't rolling over for none of these big name teams. They beat Alabama, and I think they had Texas and a bunch of other teams on the ropes.
Yeah, they did. They was good this year. They was good.
Yeah.
I felt like the NIL kind of leveled the playing field, also with the different alignment of the conferences too. Like I could never get into. It's never gonna seem right for me with Oregon being in the Big Ten, and that doesn't even seem right, bro.
It don't. But there's things we gotta get used to, bro. These schools are starting to switch over and go to different divisions and stuff. So we just gotta get conferences. We gotta get used to it, man.
Yeah, I don't like that. It's just something I can never get used to. It's weird. And then it's like Notre Dame, they don't even got to play in a conference. It's crazy. That they just independent. They don't got to play
independent in there.
So I saw on ESPN this morning they were saying it was Stephen A. and Mad Dog and then Paul Feinbaum or whatever, and they were saying if Notre Dame wins the national championship, it'll change the landscape of college football. Do you think so?
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Use my language. I don't think they changed nothing. What is that? What do you mean? They don't change nothing. It's gonna be Notre Dame, Ohio State in the bowl game.
That's what you think?
Notre Dame, Ohio. Yeah, I believe it's gonna be Notre Dame, Ohio State, and Ohio State is gonna beat the shit out of them.
Because they remember they played Alabama a few years ago and they got beat down by Alabama. But I
don't think
I feel like Notre Dame. Everybody has their like time. You know, it's been a long time since Notre Dame was really on top.
Yeah,
1988 was the last time they won a national championship, and you know, for the last years, it's been dominated by Alabama. We've seen Georgia come to rise, Clemson, but those been the last like dominant programs. But I feel like Ohio State's always a great program. Yeah. Texas is always big money. Big money in Texas. Penn State. I always thought Penn State was a little overrated. For the simple fact I never, since I've been watching college football, Penn State been a decent team, but I've never seen them like play in the national championship or nothing.
No, I never seen them either do that. I always thought Penn State was that team that was like, when we look at all the teams, the Alabamas, the Tennessees, the Texases, the Florida States, the Floridas, when we were doing all that, we'd be like, Penn State, what the fuck are they doing here? Because it's like they had like a player or two that always stood out.
Right. It was weird. They always had one or
two players that stood out, and you're like, oh, okay. And then you got to stick around and see it. I think LeVar Arrington. I think he played for Penn State.
He was a beast. Saquon Barkley was a beast.
Yeah, but I got put on the Penn State when LeVar Arrington, I think, was there.
Yeah,
my dad loved that. My dad was like, my dad's in Alabama. That's why I'm Alabama. I'm Roll Ties because my dad. But my dad was like, one man I fear is that boy LeVar, that boy from Penn State. And he used to always talk about it. And we actually watched the game, and I watched how dominant, how much fear he put in people. I said, yo, this guy's going to have a crazy future. As a youngin', I realized that, like, yo, he's going to be dangerous when he gets to the NFL.
Yeah, like, he was like, it was like Javon Clowney or Clowney. He was like a Clowney and
Davion Clowney. He was Davion Clowney before Clowney was Clowney. Because he was different in college. He was freaking nature.
Jumping over the pile and he was crazy. And I feel like he was good in the NFL. He's not no Hall of Famer or nothing, but he was good.
Decent, he played his role. He held his own on every team he was there.
Yeah.
He just didn't do like what we thought. Same thing as Clowney. We thought Clowney was going to come to the NFL and break every record, Reggie White record there was.
Yeah, I thought Clowney would do what Von Miller was doing.
Yeah, and he came in looking real average.
Yeah,
below average to be honest. He's under the radar. When he gets
I couldn't even tell you what team he was on this year. I know he was on the Ravens last year.
I think he was on
Chargers, maybe Cleveland Chargers, something like that.
Browns, I thought.
I couldn't even tell you. He didn't make a difference really
at all.
So who do you like? So you already said it. You said you like Notre Dame going up against Ohio State.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then Ohio State by 10 plus.
Really?
But listen, Ohio State lost to Michigan in Ohio.
Yeah.
After Cordell, what the quarterback? I think he's an Ohio State legend. Cordell, bro, he was with when there was Barrett there too, bro. The other quarterback, he was a receiver also, I think. I forgot, but his first name's Cordell.
Okay,
it'll come to me. But he said this team can't be beat. He was talking highly of Ohio State. Michigan went in there and beat them. When Michigan went in there and beat Ohio State, O'Day, or what's his name? O'Day, right? What's his name? The coach?
Oh, Brian Day. Day. Yeah, Day is his name.
Day, him. When that happened, the embarrassment that man as a coach that knows he had a better squad technically, just the team was just better that day. That did something to that man.
Ryan
that man
Day.
now,
That's the name. Ryan Day.
Ryan Day. That man now is his mentality and that team's mentality is championship. After losing to Michigan, and now Michigan, the only thing they can do now, this season means nothing if they don't win a chip. If they win a chip, that loss to Michigan don't mean nothing. We don't care.
It means something, but it's a footnote. You know what I mean? It's not.
That's what it is. It means it still goes down in the record history of the rivalry record.
Right.
Michigan, you feel what I'm saying, has the last 2 wins, I think, or 3. But so now it's just a footnote in the season that you want to chip at.
And how do you?
That's a changing point.
How do you feel about Quentin Ewers? You know, he's been the quarterback for Texas.
Overrated. Overrated.
Okay.
It's not going to translate to the NFL, bro.
Well, they're saying that he's getting NFL money to come back and play another college season. But
guess what? You're not going to do that with that boy man in there. He's not going to allow it to happen 2 years in a row.
Right. So they say they got to go to a different squad because they're not going to let him start there.
It's not they're not going to let him. That Manning boy ain't going to let him.
Yeah.
That boy sat back and watched that boy do, I can do that. And I can run.
You don't think that they got a better chance of winning with Manning in there?
That's what I'm saying. Manning is coming to take over. It just not depends on the team or the coaches. Manning is not going to let Ewers do it a second year in a row.
No, I'm saying right now against Ohio State, don't they got a better chance with Manning than they got with Ewers?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Manning's. There's nothing to take from him. Nothing to take from him. But this stage, it's the same thing I said with Sam Darnold. By the way, remember I said that.
Okay, yeah,
it's not Sam Darnold. It's not the defenses that he's gonna play. It's him. He's never been in this moment before.
Right.
It's the first. Do you?
But neither did. Remember.
This is what you do. Do you? This is what we do, right? If I take you right now and put you up and say, listen, you're gonna be the mayor's secretary, or you're gonna be the mayor, you wouldn't know what the fuck to do. You're low. What? Huh?
Yeah, no, I'm not prepared for that.
You're not prepared for that. I can't take you as great of a DJ, radio personality you are, podcaster, bro, just a hard worker. I can take you somewhere and put you where you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, but if I've been the deputy mayor the whole time, I should be able to step in at some point.
But listen, deputy mayor, you're not doing mayor things. When I tell you to be in the playoffs, to be to a game that's going to lead you to go to the championship game, there's so much pressure on that. You haven't been in those situations except, what you say? Oh, in high school, I was in championship games. Congratulations.
But you don't think that, remember when they took Jalen Hurts out and put in Tua in Alabama? But that's Alabama.
That's Alabama, bro.
Animal. I mean, you got pro players at every position.
Bro, they had 3 quarterbacks. They had Mac Jones, Jalen Hurts, and Tua.
Yep.
The running backs was Derrick Henry, I think. Travis Etienne. No, not Travis. Derrick Henry. What the fuck is the other running back's name?
What was his name? He played on the Ravens too, man. That's crazy that Henry's on the Ravens, and he played on the Saints and he played on the Ravens.
Yes, and he also played in. There was another one. All 3 of the running backs.
Mark Ingram.
But there was another running back also was from Alabama. They had all 3 of the running backs from Alabama.
Damn, and didn't Devontae Smith win?
Devontae Smith. Yes, that year. So listen, bro, come on. They were stacked. You could put anybody over there.
I don't think it was that year, but don't quote us on that.
Yeah,
but he was over there.
Every year Nick Saban was there, Alabama was stacked.
There was a crazy stat with Nick Saban. They said that every single class that he had won the national championship at one point of their 4 years. So if you stayed 4 years with Nick Saban, you won a national championship.
Won a national chip.
That's crazy.
Think about that.
At one point, if you stayed all 4 years, either you won it as a freshman or a senior. At some point, you won a chip.
You knew, all I got to do is wait it out. I'm going to get one.
Damn, man.
I'm going to hone my skills and wait it out, and I'm going to get one. And then on top of that, I'm going to become an NFL draft at some point.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, I mean, we'll see tomorrow night or tonight. It's going down. It's the first game is what Ohio State and Texas tonight, right? Is that one tonight or is it? I
don't know what it is, but I'll tell you one thing: number 44 gonna feast on Ewer's ass. That boy from Ohio State, number 44.
Yeah.
Yo, he's the heartbeat. Once he get going, everybody start acting crazy.
I'm trying to see the. Hold on. It's not even telling me right now. Yeah, so I know there's a game tonight. Yeah, it's Notre Dame and Penn State is gonna be Thursday night. It's tonight, and then Friday night is Ohio State and Texas. I don't know, man. Watch out for Penn State and watch out for Penn State. I'm picking Notre Dame. I'm probably gonna go with a +7 with them or something like that.
What I'm gonna say is about Penn State, they have the best tight end in the country.
Yeah. Yeah. So
they got the best tight end. They got the best tight end in the country. So if you can exploit your tight end, listen. In order for Penn State to beat Notre Dame tomorrow, they gotta have an ill run game. The tight end gotta show his ass, and defense definitely has to show up.
I'm going with Notre Dame.
I'm going with Notre Dame, of course.
Yeah, I'm going with Notre Dame.
Going with Notre Dame, hands down. We're not even discussing that. But what I'm saying is, if they want to pull the upset,
if they want to win, I see what you're saying. I really didn't watch Penn State too much this year, so I watched Notre Dame more than Penn State, and I watched Ohio State and Texas.
What's his number? I don't know if he might be number 44 also. Their tight end, or 18 or some shit like that. That bitch is the best tight end in the country.
Shit, the way that tight end for the Raiders was getting busy this year. Yeah, Brock Bowers. He Georgia graduate. Right. He went crazy. Yeah, so we had some I want to call it beef or this has been a long-standing thing going on between these two. You know, Dwight Howard had some comments for SHAQ. I couldn't really find the actual clip, but this was somebody put together. So
SHAQ just gotta stop, man. Every time I hear or see something about you, is you disrespecting me on some type of level.
On some people, he can pull that. Oh, I got a championship. Not with the Dundada. He can't pull that with me. Bus driver.
Do we need to throw hands? Like, what are we doing?
Only fight people that's in the top 75, Ernie.
For me, to mimic his voice. But again, he keep saying stuff about me. You are a grown ass 50-something years old. You're twice my elder. I have no issue with you. But you continue to talk about me, I'm gonna have to come to you. I was finna roll up to the studio wherever he at, and it's not violent, but it's, hey man, you not in the NBA. I done did my time. So at what point does this pettiness stop? And do you have a real issue? Because if you do have a real issue, let's move past it.
Yeah, so look at what SHAQ said something right here. Dwight Howard, the fact you think I care about you is funny, but I won't ever bring your name up again, sensitive big man. A jokester that can't take a joke. Won't ever say your name again, ever again. Have a great day. Now you've been deleted. Have a great day. Yo, the hate. Have a great day is crazy. when somebody throws that have a good day, like,
bro, this is all our fault, right? Because when we was young, not all our fault, but it's all the media's fault when we was younger and our fault. Because when Dwight Howard came to the NBA and started dominating the way he was, and we was calling him Superman, we was agreeing with these motherfuckers calling him Superman, knowing they was calling Shaq Superman and the Man of Steel, knowing how sensitive Shaq is at that point. Shaq was real sensitive back in the day about everything.
Yeah.
Now he's more probably not. Now I think he's more of a jokey, like he realizes like, yo, I was really, you know what I mean? But back in the day, Shaq was very, very sensitive, bro.
He still
and
is.
That Superman shit rubbed him the wrong way. And that he started back then. He's not Superman. He's not me. I got 3 rings. I got 4 rings. He doesn't have what I got. He like, you know what I'm saying? So like, it started
he's
with
not
Shaq
twice his
then.
elder. You played in the same league as him.
Yeah, your Shaq is 50.
That would be like saying Kareem. You know what I mean?
Shaq
like
is probably
twice
like
your
52
elder.
years old. Shaq is probably like 52 years old. Dwight's 40 something.
Right.
Look.
What are you talking about, Dwight? Like, he's not twice your elder, nigga. But I do get where Dwight's coming from, and it's like Shaq don't never give him any type of respect. You know what I mean?
I mean, bro, listen, I know why he doesn't. I know exactly why he doesn't. Now, we're gonna go off topic a little bit to come back. Yeah. Kwame Brown should have been one of the best big men ever. You had Michael Jordan, Phil Jackson, and Kobe. You had the GOAT, baby GOAT, and the one that coached them both.
Right.
He was the biggest bust ever. Okay? In Shaq's eyes,
I don't think he's the biggest bust ever.
One of the biggest busts ever, bro. He's definitely one of the biggest busts ever. To me. Also, dude, you gotta remember though, we've all started watching basketball. You probably had a little bit more basketball. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to me, Kwame Brown is literally top. I can't think of another person that's a bigger bust than him.
Definitely.
Unless you know somebody.
Anthony Bennett. Definitely. Anthony Bennett.
All right.
Definitely.
So Anthony Bennett. So then he's probably top 3. Then.
And I don't even like calling people bust because
at all.
If you make it to the league,
you're not a bust.
That's a
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? You taking care of your family and all that.
I think they said there's a total of 3,000 players that have played in the NBA history. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so no, you're not a bust, but
right.
But now I'll bring it back to say this. And in Shaq's eyes, you understand, he did exactly what Shaq did. Except for go to Miami. You went Orlando. Then from Orlando, I forgot we went from Orlando to somewhere else. Then he went to LA.
Houston.
Yeah. You did what Shaq kind of did. You played with Kobe. In his eyes, he's looking at it like, bro, you are the most, because back then Shaq was giving him kind of credit, saying he's the most dominant big man, but he's not acting like it. He's too jokey, laughy. That's just for after the game. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, be aggressive if Dwight Howard would have been the Dwight Howard when he was with LeBron, you see the effort he was giving when he was LeBron. He wasn't jokey. He was up and down the court wanted to play defense on the best big man. He wanted to get work, but he had a better offensive game back then. If Dwight Howard had been like that, what happened?
I think this may be like a hot take, but I think like Dwight Howard, his career is better than Anthony Davis. He may not have like a better, like if we was picking teams or not even that, I would take Dwight Howard in his prime over Anthony Davis, man. And he don't got this same vitriol for Anthony Davis that he be having for Dwight Howard.
There's difference though. The ring they don't look Shaq once said it like, the ring you got, Dwight, you wasn't AD or LeBron. Because they really had a foot and a hand, a whole leg and arm in them getting the chip. You feel what I'm saying? Dwight, you was there to play defense, and that's what you're supposed to do off the bench. To give Anthony Davis a breather. But to back up to what you were saying,
no, he started.
Agree.
He started.
I agree. He started some games, but I agree that Dwight Howard in his prime better than AD.
Right.
He will lock AD the fuck down and then be extra aggressive with him.
Right. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
He's running the floor. He's one of the best defenders. Probably. I've seen he's up there. He's up there. Best defenders. He may not have the offensive game, but basketball is not all about offense.
It's not. He had just enough offense to get him to a chip.
Right. And he didn't have no Penny Hardaway. There's no Penny Hardaway over there
that
with
bitch
him.
Had Peja
Stojakovic, Skip to my Lou. Who else is over there? Mikael Petrus, I think. I'm forgetting somebody. Was what you call it over there? Rashad Lewis, was he over there too?
He was over there. Yes, he was. 2K.
Yeah.
Rashad Lewis in 2K.
Over there, yeah. They had a squad. They had don't get me wrong. Jameer Nelson was over there.
But no one was all-star besides Dwight.
Right. So you got to give him his
I think we can name on every.
He should have been top 75. I think he should be a top 75 over your guy, man. Over Dame.
Hold on, we gotta watch our tongue when we speak of.
I'm just saying, Dame is Dame. Where's Dame at in Portland lore? He's not. Is he over Clyde Drexler? Nah. Clyde Drexler got him to the finals. He's not over. He's not over Bill Walton. Bill Walton got an MVP over there
and a chip.
Right.
Yeah.
He's probably like number 3. That's not a. I'm nowhere in the. You know.
No, you got a point. You got a point. If you're number 3 on the Portland,
and he's number 1 on Orlando. I mean, Orlando doesn't have the long history of Portland, but it's getting up there now.
Orlando was a franchise team that came late.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
About it, if you really think about it, Shaq, Dwight, Penny, Aaron Gordon, if you want to say Aaron Gordon, maybe, and then Picard right now. That's it.
Yeah.
They only really have 5 guys in their history.
Yeah. You're kind of right.
They only really had 5, bro.
Way.
They only really had 5.
Shaq is the first player to get his jersey retired from him.
Yeah, like they only have 5, bro.
Oh, McGrady. We've been coming.
Oh, McGrady. Okay, 6. They had 6.
McGrady was over there. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Steve Francis, maybe? No, Steve Francis is more crazy in Houston, right? Yeah.
Houston. He was crazy in Houston.
He was crazy in Houston.
Wow, he was wilding in Houston. Him and Yao Ming. They was wilding in Houston.
Yeah, I think Shaq, I don't know. Shaq had the same type of thing. He kept clowning JaVale McGee, and JaVale McGee kind of stepped up to him and was like, yo, man, tired of this stuff with you. And it's interesting that JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard was on the same team for the Lakers. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. He said he wanted to throw hands. Do we got to throw hands? I was like, damn, you trying to throw hands with Shaq when he got a bad hip and all this other stuff? Man. But, yeah, I hope they, can squash it out and all this stuff. And yeah, man. But the big, so to switch topics, the big news in the sports broadcasting world is that there was a lot of Diddy action going on
Yo, come on, man.
At Fox Sports FS1. The hairstylist for Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, or all the from what I know, she's the hairstylist for all the shows there. She came out with it's a 42-page lawsuit, naming names, calling out people. I didn't read all 42 pages. I just kind of skimmed through it, and but the big one was that they said Skip Bayless said that he would give her $1.5 million to sleep with her. And then another thing was that she said that she accused Joy Taylor, if you go to this woman's Instagram, Joy Taylor's all over her Instagram, which is crazy to me. And then you throw Joy Taylor under the bus, saying that she slept her way to the top, that she was sleeping with the second in command over there, and also sleeping with Emmanuel Acho, which caused them to get Marcellus Wiley off the Speak for Yourself show and move her in. And so this is all, allegations, and we don't know if it's truth or, but Marcellus Wiley, I watched the Marcellus Wiley and Jason Whitlock. I know you hate Jason Whitlock, but they were there. So I wanted to see what their takes were. And I don't have the video because it was pretty long, but they were kind of confirming things like, yeah, I already knew Acho was banging that out. He's like, I didn't know that Charlie was. He's like, but it makes sense now that they got me out of there and moved Joy in for me in my slot. And then he brought up a video of Acho. I never really liked Acho. He rubbed me the wrong way. Like I don't know.
Acho?
I don't really rock with him like that. He just seems mad fake. Like he'll do anything to he just seems mad fake to me. Like I can't really rock with
Marcellus Wiley don't really fuck with him like that at all.
Yeah. He was kind of alluding that, but he wasn't. He was saying that that's his dog and all this stuff, but I don't know. Acho, he just seemed mad fake. Like, bro, like conversation with a black man, and it's like, shut your ass up, nigga. You ain't even. And it's like I'm not taking away nobody's blackness or none of that stuff, because if you black, whatever your come up is. It's just when you that's your whole theme. It's like, what about like your personality or whatever? It's like, come on, man. It's like everything is not that, man. And he's just kind of corny to me.
He is, though.
So, I mean, I haven't seen Skip Bayless. Usually I would see Skip Bayless do his he's trying to do like podcasting and stuff now, and I haven't seen him even go live. He didn't say nothing about the Cowboys. He ain't hate on LeBron, so we might have seen that. This might have put the nail in the coffin for Skip, man.
It might have. You had your running with Shannon. You incident with Shannon.
Right.
You can't get no ratings on no show. You done tried everything, pulled all types of guest hosts and everything.
Yeah.
You can't get your ratings back. This is it.
Yeah, that's it.
This is
that's
it. You might as well take a year off and come back with a podcast.
No, he got one. That's what I'm saying. He got his own podcast.
Take a year off and come back rebranded.
Right. Oh yeah, you're probably right. I know he was supposed to do like a whole podcast with Lil Wayne, but I don't know what came of that. But yeah, but Joy Taylor, she has the show Speak with Paul Pierce and Keyshawn Johnson, and shit, they acting like nothing happened. She still got the tatas out like she's been doing. It's nothing different. So, I mean, if something like that, let's say our show was on a big platform, we was getting paid dollars, and something like that came about, somebody accused you of these things, would you address it, or would you? I guess it's a legal issue at that point, whatever your lawyer says. But what would you want to do, barring what the attorney would advise you?
First of all, If you know you was popping that thing like it was hot, you better shut the fuck up. You hear what I'm saying? Skip. If you know you was in the back telling the makeup lady, I give you $1.5 million, I'll change your life. Shut the fuck up. H.O., you made everything look crazy by doing one thing. H.O. made a video like 2022, 2023.
Yep.
Joy. First black woman. This, that, and the third. Bop, 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 bop. Hard to get in that position. Hard to get in this position. Want to say thank you. Then you go and delete it once everything pop up.
Right.
And this was crazy is, you don't like H.O.? I like him.
Do you?
His intelligence of the game is so in depth. I like it how he breaks stuff down. Do I like his character with other people? I love Marcus Wiley. Like his character, he's really down to earth, funny guy.
Right.
If you got him getting off of primetime TV, where I like seeing Marcus Wiley, and I think probably millions of people did. Yeah. If you got that, and then now like Marcus Wiley don't fuck with him because he was a snake and everybody knows he was snaking him. It's like, yeah, I don't like your personality, but as you as a sports host, as a host, I like you as a sports commentator and the host. You know what I mean? I like you on the network, but bro, you look stupid as fuck because you was also sleeping with her, and then you're over talking about somehow you got a show coming out and how she's the first black woman to do this and how hard it is to do this and that. Bro, you look stupid as shit now with that video.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't like him. I just feel like they try to like, and I'm not super political with certain things or nothing, but it's just like they be capping for the left so much, and then he was in it. Like Oprah Winfrey kind of put him on, and there's nothing against Oprah Winfrey, whatever. I'm just saying, I don't know, man. He just don't seem authentic to me. He just seemed like a carbon copy, like yes man type dude.
Yeah, I get you. No, I definitely get you. He looks like the house nigga. I get it.
Right, and then it's like, I don't know, man. People, I don't want to take it there because it's like I'm gonna get a lot of criticism for it. But it's like, yo, dudes grow up a different way, right? So it's like you grew up as an African, right? And it's nothing against that or whatever. But it's like you trying to portray like an American black man. And you probably grew up as an American, you go to school here, you hang with the fellas and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like people's plight be different, and he just tries. I don't know. He's just not authentic to me. Stephen A is more authentic than him to me.
See what the whole thing is? Stephen A is not. I don't see no fake in Stephen A. I just see that he's over cocky. Stephen A is over cocky.
Yo, like, Stephen A is fake when he just be trying to talk tough and stuff. When he be like, yeah, I see you, we gonna talk, or whatever. When you see me, you see me.
That's part of his character, bro.
That's
part of his personality. I don't look at that like he's being tough. That's just part of his personality. Yeah. He's harmless.
No, they all say that. Yeah,
he's a sweetie pie.
So then, so that was kind of what happened. I just wanted to see what you said. So, did you answer the question? Would you
No, bro, listen. If I know I'm guilty, I'm not saying shit.
You're not saying nothing.
You know what I'm saying? If I know I didn't do shit, I'm gonna be out there and about, making myself be seen still.
But don't you think, like, all right, it's like workplace, school, those are the most places, and now I guess social media, but like those are the most places where people interact, meet, and it's like you kind of like that's where a lot of stuff goes down at the workplace, at school. And like I said, people is DMing each other nowadays, but it's like I remember I had a job where they had a bet who was going to take it down, who was going to take me down. They had a bet. So
What?
come on, man. Yeah, these girls had a bet, and it was I found out about it later on. It's weird. So, this is kind of stuff that be going on in workplaces. And then Marcellus Wiley said that, you know, like the hairdressers and stuff, they be on these guys. Like, I never really worked in that type of environment, but I'm just saying, like, workplaces, it always goes down there. People in any environment, you put men and women together, close proximity, stuff is gonna happen like that. So it is what it is, like Cam and them would say. So there was a big game last night. The Oklahoma City Thunder took on the Cleveland Cavaliers, two best teams in the NBA. Oklahoma City was riding a 15-game winning streak. Cleveland was riding a 10-game winning streak. I like Oklahoma City to make it to the finals this year in the Western Conference. But Cleveland beat them tonight.
I'm not surprised. They have the best defense.
Yes, last night. Cleveland beat them.
They have the best defense, and Oklahoma KC has the best offense.
Well, vice versa. So OKC got the best defense
in the East,
right,
though. But
right.
So
I'm really surprised. Do you think Cleveland could really be a factor?
No, not at all. Not at all. Like, get them the fuck out of here.
Right.
Just Boston's too much, bro. Boston's too much. You still got a couple of teams that, when they're fully healthy, they're going to be problems. You hear me? Listen, right now, if Jimmy Butler puts all that emotional shit to the side and gets back to playing ball, he could be right back to being dangerous.
That's definitely our next topic. That's the last 15 minutes of this is gonna listen, man. Oh man. So Cleveland, shout out to Cleveland for that win. The Knicks had a substantial win over the Raptors. The Raptors, I don't know what's going on with that franchise.
First of all, don't mention the Knicks having a win over the Raptors.
I know.
I don't want to hear about that shit.
I just was happy because they covered the spread. That's all.
I don't want to hear about no damn Knicks beating a damn
Raptors,
Toronto, the damn varsity team that plays on Toronto's high school.
Yeah, no, you're right. My fault. Yeah, so we had it's been something that's been brewing since the summertime. Since the Miami Heat got eliminated from the playoffs by the Boston Celtics 4-1. Jimmy Butler got hurt in the play-in game, and Miami ended up getting the 8th seed and having to go against the Celtics. And then after the series was over, he said, "Man, if I was there, Boston would have went home. New York would have definitely went home.
Yeah.
Yada, 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 yada." And then Pat Riley came out and was like, "Yo, man,
shut up.
Tired of this stuff." Yeah, shut your mouth, man. You didn't do nothing for us. You was hurt. You didn't play all year. And in a lot of ways, I think Pat Riley should have showed a little bit more compassion.
He should have been looking at it more like your star player feels like with him, you win. I wouldn't even say nothing, to be honest with you. It's Jimmy Butler.
It's not even that, bro. His father died in that span too. So it was like, damn, the man's father died. Like, show a little compassion, Pat. You know what I mean? I know Miami Heat culture and all this stuff. So then we get to this season. There's no Jimmy Butler comes in focused. There's no weird emo hair. There's none of that weird stuff that he was doing, funny, jokey joke stuff. He came in focused, and then somewhere it went left with Shams was reporting that he wanted a Jimmy Butler is trying to angle for a trade. His Bernie Lee, who is his agent, came out and was like, "Yo, man, you telling these lies?" And Shams was like, "Nah, I'm standing by it." So Jimmy Butler must have been giving Shams information directly.
Well, I want to put this out there though. Bradley Beal said Miami, Los Angeles, and I forgot the other team. He'll waive his no trade clause to go there.
But wait, his agent came out and said, "No, you didn't say that." His agent just yesterday, his agent, I forget his agent's name. He's been a long-standing agent, like 30 years in the game. I forget his name. But yeah, he said that.
I just read it today, though. That's what's crazy is.
He said that Bradley Beal is not. He said there's been no talks of waiving his no trade clause. And why does he have a no trade clause? Why?
Yo, I was thinking that when I read it, I said, "Oh, that's crazy. He could go."
Come on.
But who is he to have a no trade clause? Like, nigga, what?
Why did they even get him?
But you know what it is though? He had that. He was the best player on Washington that year for a couple of years. So when you get brought to another team, you know you are of value. He was smart, kind of, bro. If you think about it, I'm going to a team. I know there was no other player that was going to compete for an all-star spot or star spot on Washington Wizards.
Right.
We know there wasn't, but Bradley Beal, right?
Right.
So him being smart, he knows he's going to a team where it's Phoenix Suns, where it's Kevin Durant, and it's already Booker's team. A no trade clause means when I get there, they can't just take me and go send me off to fucking Utah Jazz.
Right.
For Lauri Markkanen and
Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, they can't just
I
send
get
me
it.
somewhere. So no, nigga, you have to deal with me. It's up to me if I want to get traded. So I get where it came from, but it's also like, bro, stop,
bro. You did. I can't even remember him like remotely being in the playoffs, or like you know how Jimmy Butler like made a name for himself in the playoffs, like playoff Jimmy. Became like a real thing. I can't remember Bradley Beal like ever being in the playoffs.
I can't remember Bradley Beal doing anything really in a damn season. He'll have like a good. He just is one of them guys that can score. You know he can score, so he's like in the top 20 in scoring in the NBA. So you got to give him respect.
Right, he did lead the league in scoring, but it's like, he's like a Chris Middleton or somebody?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, you're good. I'm not taking nothing away from your skill.
Excellent role player.
But he doesn't fit with the Suns. So you got him.
But what I'm saying is he fits perfectly with Miami, though.
No, he doesn't.
Why don't he?
No, he don't. He doesn't.
Why don't he?
At all. First of all,
well,
you don't.
Hold on. I forgot. Because you got what's the name too down there. You got the dude from Charlotte that y'all picked up.
Right.
Yeah,
Terry.
Yeah. So yeah, that wouldn't be a good look. I mean, send his ass to San Antonio.
They all want to send everybody to San An.
Wemby needs somebody, bro. I thought Chris Paul gonna go over there. I thought Chris Paul was gonna be able to just at least.
He made a difference. He's making a difference.
He is making a difference, but like,
because they only won 17 games last year. They actually competing this year. He's making a difference, but I mean, they're not champion.
Nah, and I don't want to see Wemby be one of these guys that wastes his fucking talent for 6, 7 years, 10 years on the team because he just wants to be loyal and shit. I don't like that, man.
Nah, he's gonna be.
That's why when LeBron did what he did, I wasn't mad at LeBron. Nigga gave y'all 6, 7 years. Y'all ain't never put no talent around him. Y'all gave him an old Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, they gave him an over the hill Shaq.
Come on, bro. Y'all could have went and got Dwight.
Loser.
Y'all could have went and got Dwight. Made a power trade for Dwight. Went and got Kevin Love a little earlier.
Yeah, they didn't really do nothing for him.
They didn't do nothing, bro. They just kept paying him.
But
I mean,
I'm kind of like real, I'm not saying I'm in the know, but I really follow the Heat. That's my favorite team. So there's really nowhere for Jimmy Butler to get traded to. that he already shot down. So they was gonna trade. All right, this is the trades that was on the table. Brandon Ingram for Jimmy Butler, right? He said he's not going to New Orleans. So that could have happened. He's trying to angle to go to Phoenix first. Then it was on the table Kuminga and Wiggins, some draft picks, that type of deal. Him to go to Golden State. Golden State said we out of it. We don't feel like if we get Jimmy Butler, that's gonna put us where we need to be.
And not for that, when he gets emotional, is he gonna pull this shit again?
Right. So that's where they're looking at it. What's the other team? The other team that was in it, Milwaukee Bucks said, nah. And I think Jimmy Butler was like, nah, I'm not going to no Milwaukee. I'm not going there. The team, they would never do a deal with them. So the Knicks would be an interesting team. For him to go there. But they wouldn't do a deal with the Knicks. They're not going to do a deal with the Knicks.
No.
You would have to give up Bridges.
And who else?
You would have to give up Bridges. They would probably just take Bridges.
Nah, that's not fair on Miami's side.
Bridges and some draft picks and probably Josh Hart.
Hell no, they're not giving up Josh Hart because they're gonna match Josh Hart with Jimmy Butler as some defensive tandem.
Right.
So it'll be Mikal Bridges, McBride.
He had the weird interaction with Karl Anthony Towns when they was on Minnesota. They didn't really get along like that. So that
soft.
Right. So that's not gonna really work.
I mean,
I feel like this, bro. I feel like you remember when Jimmy Butler had the blow up on the sideline and he was gonna fight Spo.
Oh yeah.
That year they went to the finals. And I feel like all this shit is gonna get Jimmy Butler in that mode where he's like, nah, I'm gonna show y'all who I really am. And that's what Miami really needs to get them back to where they need to be.
Yeah, you could be right.
Because All-Star's coming up. Jimmy said he don't really play until after All-Star.
Yeah,
so
he don't get busy. He says one thing I can say Jimmy's consistent with is Jimmy will reserve his energy and everything until his body until after All-Star.
Right.
He gives you those runs. That's what I can say he's consistent with.
They
I feel like Jimmy
games.
don't play the first of the year because he don't want to make All-Stars. Because nowadays All-Stars is based on votes. True. From everybody. You don't have to even play, you can be an All-Star.
Right.
Nowadays.
You know what I'm saying? They voting for Paolo Banchero to make the All-Star team. He didn't even play all year.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, shut up and get out of my face with that shit.
Come on. Right. So, but like I said, they suspended them 7 games. They've been listening to trade offers. The new collective bargaining agreement, it's hard to make trades with your star players. So I see him remaining with the Heat for the remainder of the season. What I don't understand is I think he wants that. I think Jimmy Butler looks at it like this. And I'm just kind of, I don't know this. It's not like I talked to him yesterday or nothing. But I feel like Jimmy Butler's like, man, Paul George is getting $200 million. I'm better than Paul George.
Word.
I should be getting $200 million. First of all, I took y'all to the finals twice, took you to the Eastern Conference Finals 3 times. We was 1 shot away from going to 3 finals. And y'all can't give me $200 million? That Philadelphia's giving Paul George, who was not ever did anything in the playoffs that I did.
Last time he did something, he's in Indiana.
You give me an Embiid, we was only a Kawhi Leonard shot away.
Fact.
So, come on, man. Come on, Pat. Pat looking like this. Look, Jim, you 35, right? I feel like this is Miami's plan, bro. Is to create cap space for 2027 when Anthony Edwards is going to be a free agent.
Oh, my God.
So they trying to create the squad. They got Hawkhead. Like, they're going to have a squad that if you put Anthony Edwards with them, they right there. You'll have Hero, Adebayo, Anthony Edwards, Jaime Jaquez, Jovic, the new center Khalil Ware. They're gonna get rid of Scary Terry. His contract is up next year. Duncan Robinson's $20 million comes off the books. They'll have enough if they let Jimmy go. They'll have enough money to just they're gonna compete. They always gonna compete in that 6th, 7th, 8th spot. But when they're gonna go hard for Anthony Edwards. I think by the time 27 comes along, Anthony Edwards ain't gonna want to be in Minnesota, especially when you could go to Miami, and him and Bam Adebayo was just on USA team. They was both, the circles said they was, cool and stuff, and they was really trying to get him to, he was putting that bug in his ear. So that's what I think is going to end up happening. I don't see why Miami just doesn't. Jimmy Butler got a $52 million opt-in, right, for next season. I don't see why they just don't say, all right, Jimmy, boom, opt in, and then we'll give you $80 million for the next 2 years after that. That's over $100 million. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, come on.
That's over 100. I know you want that Paul George cake, that 200, but Philadelphia got taxes. Miami doesn't. Florida doesn't have the same state taxes that Pennsylvania has. So money evens out, man. I don't know. I think Jimmy Butler's bugging. I think that
this is what Jimmy does, man. After a couple of years, Jimmy does this.
I don't see him moving him, though. There's nowhere they could really move him unless it was for Zion Williamson. If somehow Jimmy Butler, right? Let's say Jimmy Butler went to Phoenix. Phoenix sent Bradley Beal to New Orleans, and they got Zion. Then I think they may do that shit, but that's all I got.
I don't know, man. Listen, it's hard to call with Jimmy.
And then Zion and the boys got spanked last night by the Portland Trailblazers. It's like, come on.
That's not no dummy, though.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
That got enough pull in the NBA to make anything happen.
That's true. The Godfather, they said. The man's got to, they giving him a statue in LA. They named the court after him in Miami.
Listen,
Schenectady, New York, man. The man straight out of Schenectady.
You hear me? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, that was my breakdown of that. We'll see you in the coming weeks. Look out for us this weekend. We're going to be breaking down all the NFL games. We're going to have Christy Marie joining back with us. Looking for, we'll probably have a back-to-back shows Saturday and Sunday. Break down the games on for Saturdays, and then kind of do a recap on Sunday if we can. So yeah, definitely look out for that. I'm gonna be giving my predictions. Oh man, I'm ready, y'all. I'm ready for this Super Bowl. I'm ready for this playoff run. I think it's gonna be some upsets. It's gonna be a critical upset this weekend.
There it is. There is.
And I'm gonna keep it quiet right now. But one of the top teams I think is getting out of there this week.
Getting up out of there. Send them packing.
But I mean, shout out to you for what you said to Sam Darnold. Definitely proved us wrong that Sam Darnold wasn't ready for the prime time. But yeah, I want to thank everybody that tuned in today.
Yes.
Make sure you shout out to all the Notre Dame fans tonight. Penn State always been weird to me ever since Sandusky. You know, ever since Dusky.
He was touching them boys like Sandusky.
Yeah, ever since Dusky, I couldn't get with Penn State. Moose, that's his school and stuff.
Yeah, it is. Wonder what Moose is doing.
Yeah, so this trendy debates. Busy Van Pelt, DJ DWIGHT, Smith.
Yeah.
We out of here. We'll see y'all this weekend.
Easy.
Right. Boom, boom, boom. BB had to do it to him. Cock back if a nigga front, I'ma pop that. Got straps, you don't want smoke, you better stop that. Real nigga, there's certain shit that I do not jack. Plus I got some killers on my side and they do not rap. Fake nigga, there's certain questions we do not ask. Perka make the body feel good like a hot bath. You niggas hot ass, your music stay for real. Blizz get it, next on that like a Nike deal. Big guns, we got big guns like a Navy SEAL. It was all a dream like Biggie till I made it real. You niggas changed for real. You ain't official, homie. See me in public with a smile and a pistol on me. Leak with it next to me just cause I be getting lonely. RIP that guy's name, I swear I really miss the homies. Niggas speaking on my name as if them niggas know me. Shot 24 at 8 niggas, RIP to Kobe. Keep shooting till you hit, that's what the nigga told me. And never let a nigga slide if a nigga owe me. Shout out my nigga James, that nigga my Brody. And shout out Young Lev, that nigga the homie. I let you know off top, this is a massacre. Shorty ain't even that bad.